Welcome to my latest video snippet. My name is Mike Foster, the Entrepreneur's Mentor, and my video snippets are my thoughts to help you in the development of your business. And this latest snippet is me sharing my thoughts to help you avoid having to deal with that dreaded price objection. So, how many times have you discounted your price simply because the price objection has been raised by your prospect? Personally, I hate discounting. I think it devalues your offering more or less immediately. Although I do accept there's going to be occasions when you really want to work with the prospect you're talking to and you're perhaps negotiating on your price and hopefully the related terms also. But I hope it's not every single time that you face a price objection from your prospects. Unless, of course, you're deliberately pricing high so that when you are negotiating, you obtain the resulting price that you truly deserve. Now, in my opinion, a discount is often the immediate reaction that someone gives to a price objection, but it is avoidable if you don't present your price too early and before then you've created true value to your prospect. Now, rather than discounting, would it be fair to say that you'd perhaps obtained the price that you quoted if you asked questions and if the objection was in fact seen as a buying signal from your prospect rather than an objection? So, for example, could you perhaps back up your questions with further conversation that includes relevant information that continues to pull the buyer further towards you as you then demonstrate that you have a solution to their pain, their problem, their want or their desire. Now, this is not an exhaustive list, but here are 7 thoughts of how I believe that you can approach the right prospects with a considered approach so that the common objection around price does not often arise. So first of all, target the right ideal customers that is the best fit for your solution. If you work with and target your ideal client, they're less likely to be price sensitive or price driven. The second thought is to ask powerful questions that establishes what is important to the buyer, not to you. It defines the value from the customer's viewpoint and not your own. And the questions can be created, I guess, from feedback that you've received from perhaps your other customers or in other sales discussions that develop your value proposition if you're honest about how you've performed, I guess, in your previous sales discussions. The third consideration is, can you remove or reduce the risk to the buyer? So, for example, can you offer a guarantee to the buyer? So again, as I say, removes that risk and makes that decision easier for the buyer. The fourth thought is a question of, do you have real clarity around your proposition and how it fits in the market space so that you can speak with confidence? As an example, this is the power of having a niche market, because you'll know the market and you'll know that your solution fits the market and you'll know what its value is to the people within that market space. The fifth consideration is to every time demonstrate your market knowledge to position your business to the prospect with relevance. So it's by putting yourself in the shoes of your prospect, you can use strong, relevant benefit statements, not always just features, that highlights your solution to their pain and their problem. My sixth thought is to know the likely objections that you're going to face beyond price. There's usually a handful. So why? Well, it's so that you can instantly reply to any other objections and isolate the question of price. This, in my opinion, then creates a greater balance of value away from just the price. So what I do is I recommend that you rehearse your responses to all the common objections you're likely to face, like I say, likely to be a handful, so that you can instantly respond with credible confidence to your prospect. And therefore, what that will then leave on its own is the whole price consideration. And you've created all this other value that should outweigh the consideration around the price to be paid. Now, we do know that people are going to try and get the best price they can. They are going to try and negotiate and drive down your price. So my seventh thought is to have a reason why you have to hold a price rather than being in a position to offer a discount. Why? Because I believe that if you have this reason, it creates empathy with your buyer, that they appreciate that, okay, that's the price I have to pay, and therefore I consider that price against all that other value you've created. Not, first of all, okay, well, let's then consider a lower price against that value. So, as always, I hope my latest snippet has been useful to you and it helps you with your own thoughts in the development of your business. Please do subscribe to my YouTube channel and be advised next time I release a new snippet.